Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with another video. Today's a little bit different. I'm gonna go ahead and show a POV of my photo shoot. This photo shoot was with Mazda. It's a dealership in New Jersey, Mazda dealership in New Jersey. And I did the photo shoot through my job. But when I went out, I thought to myself, why don't I record myself doing these photo shoots so I can share it with people so they can see the angles that I do and the shots that I take and things like that. So I had my GoPro on me and I had a CX-50, the car CX-50. You can see the way I set up the car, everything like that you'll see through the POV. So I didn't record any audio. Well, I did record audio, but I didn't record anything of me speaking of what I was doing, the type of angles that I was doing, because typically I don't really talk when I'm doing a photo shoot, so unless I'm with somebody else, but out by myself, I'm gonna be doing a voiceover basically of what I was doing, the type of angles that I was getting, so you guys can get the understanding of the type of shots that I got. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the POV so I can show you my photo shoot with the CX-50. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright guys, so I was setting up the GoPro here, and as you can see, I kind of started recording late. I already had everything set up. I had the camera gear already set up. So I found this awesome spot in, I think it's Edgewater, New Jersey. Not 100% sure. I'm not from New Jersey, but this is the CX-50, and I found this awesome spot in the kind of like the woods. And so you can see here, I'm turning the headlights on because I was trying to get the front quarter panel of the car. It looks like I checked to see if the headlights were on, but they weren't, so then I went back to turn them on, and just walking back to get a good distance from the car. And yeah, this is the spot. I usually get a low shot, a mid shot, and a high shot. And then I work with what I got, basically whatever comes out. I also get tight, so I get, as you can see, the circular polarizer. Usually what I do with the circular polarizer is that for this case, because the car is darker, it's hard to get the windshield and the car with no glare. So what I typically do is I leave the windshield with glare, and I remove the glare from the actual car, just so that it could show the body lines a little bit better. So I got really low here. Yeah, right now I'm just looking at the shot because it's hard to see. It was super hot that day. I think it was like 90 degrees and it was hot. So I got a higher level, taking some shots from a higher ground. Yeah, I'm just playing with my circular polarizer. I have a cage on the camera because usually I do photo and video. Sometimes I have the cage for vertical purposes, but I wasn't shooting vertical that day anyways. But I didn't want to remove the cage, so I just left it on. I jump down, and then I get a closer shot. I usually walk up closer to the car, and then I get a much closer, like hero type of angle. And then I get some of the quarter panel. You can see me because it's super sunny. You can see the reflection. So I didn't use these shots because you can see my reflection. Well, I did use them. I just photoshopped the reflection of my pants, as you can see. So what I usually typically do is that I purposely take it anyways, and then knowing that later on in Photoshop I can just remove it. And then I think I straighten the wheel, straightening the wheel to get some straight on shots. So usually I do front quarter panel shots, low, mid, high, and then I do tight, and then I do up close, wide, and then I do center shot right in the middle, like facing the car. So I get one with the headlights blown out, basically because it's sitting directly in the lens. And then what I do is I get higher so that I don't get that light beam right into the lens, so you can see the actual headlights. And then I noticed that there was another angle which was pretty cool from this side, so I moved over to get some shots from there, because you can see like the trees, and then you can see some sky. You can also see, I think the sun was peeking through, so I got some shots from there. Yeah, so I got some wide, some tight, and then I changed my settings around just to get some with more shadow and then some with less shadow, some overexposed, some underexposed, and then later on in Lightroom I check to see which one's best. Yeah, so here I lost the sun, so what I what I do is I wait. There it is. So yeah, I was getting some with the rock in the foreground as well. I did raise my shutter speed a little bit more because it got brighter. All right, gimbal time. So now basically I'm switching to video, but I will skip this portion of it. Also, I think the GoPro did overheat as soon as I switched to video. I remember it was so hot, like. So basically now what I'm doing is I am actually switching filters. I am switching to the Nissi, I don't know if you pronounce it that way. It's the mist filter. I wanted to check it out just to see how the mist filter looks in this type of scenery. So I put it on for video, but then after video I did retake the same shots, but I just did it with this mist filter. The mist filter is, I believe, it was, yeah, 1 1/4. It was 1/4 mist. So let's go ahead and jump into the photography part. So I've pretty much finished video. I still have the mist filter on it. So yeah, so basically I'm just going back to the same angles that I did, just with the mist filter. I do turn the wheel back around, so that way the rim is facing me. So usually I turn the wheel so that the rim is hitting me, and I usually typically angle the wheel in a certain way so that the logo is straight up, like it's facing me in the right direction. But when I'm by myself, it's a lot harder, so I just left it the way it is. Some people don't like the mist filter. I love the mist filter. So these are some of the shots that I took with the mist. I think they look great. Just random people walking by. By the way, the lights weren't flickering. It's just the GoPro. And then what I do is I straighten the wheel because I got my side shots. And then I go back to the other side to get some shots from that side. I got further back to have the rock in the foreground. Keep in mind I'm using the mist filter this whole time. So then now I'm moving to the back side to get some back shots. I would have moved the car, but I was running low on time. Also, it was really hot that day, so I just kept the car where it was. Yeah, now I move directly behind the car, so I get same way in the front. I do the same thing in the back panel on the left side, driver's side, and then with the wheels turned, and then I do a straight on shot. As you can see, I changed my white balance. I don't remember why, but for some reason it changed. Somehow I just when I switched to video, I don't know. But anyways, then I got the name of the model of the car, which is a CX-50. So typically I get the model of the car, the badging, if the car has badging that says it. And then I usually like to get the tail lights. So I would get the tail light of the car with the badging. Every car is different. With the CX-50, it just happens to be right there. Try some different angles. And then the camera overheated. So then after my camera overheated, I switched to video so I can get some interior shots. This is just me with the gimbal. So what I do, I finished. So I put the gimbal in the trunk. And then what I do is I usually get from the passenger side over. Right now you can't really see the angle because I have the camera to my eye. As you can see, my camera is overheating now. Like I said, it was literally 90 degrees and it was hot. Like it was hot. Like I had to cool off the camera a little bit because it was just super hot. So then I got those shots. The camera cooled off a little bit. Then I usually get the driver's side. I usually get the steering wheel with the door closed. I usually get the steering wheel. I'm looking through the viewfinder. And then what I do is I try to get the full dash. So what I do is well, I'm sorry, not the full dash. I get the two seats. So I get this lower angle pointing up, so I can try to get both seats at the same time. Just to show the and then this is me getting the stitching of the seats. And then this is when I switch to a circular polarizer. So then I put all the seats back. Right now I'm doing video because I didn't want to take the gimbal out, so I just went handheld. So I just switched from photo and video. You should get the full dash, then I get the seats. I pull the seats back and I get the whole dash. I get a center shot, I get a side shot. Here I'm getting the gauges because the gauges say off-road. This is an off-road mode. So I get the gauges showing off-road. So usually got a wide shot of that. So now I'm getting some detail shots of some of the buttons that the car has. Yeah, so then I just got some details of that. And after that, I saw a spot that was further up. So I drove there to the other spot. It was like a little uphill. And I tried using this, the tree as the foreground. I had the camera off because it was just overheating. It was just so hot. And then I walked up to the spot from it was like up a higher level. So I got some shots from there as well. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up my POV of the CX-50. I hope this was helpful in any kind of way for those who are starting up car photography or are interested in car photography and want to know how to do car photography. So I really hope this is helpful. So if you guys have any questions about car photography, please leave them in the comments below and I'll take a look to see if I can answer it the best way that I can. And I hope this was helpful in some kind of way to whoever is out there interested. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See you.